Yesterday we finished Bhakti Aloka, and tomorrow is the appearance day of Nrisingha Bhagavan. So yesterday I said that today I want to read one article by Srila Bhaktivinod Thakur about Markata Vairagi, or monkey renunciation. Monkey outwardly looks very renounced, no house, no cloth, going here and there, but inside he has material desires. So that is, if someone is like that, outwardly showing renunciation, but inside desires, that is called Markata Vairagi. So Srila Bhaktivinod Thakur wrote one article to explain it in more details. This was published in Sajjan Toshani magazine by Srila Bhaktivinod Thakur in 1897. When, so named is Markata Vairagi, though means monkey renunciates. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu accepted sannyas and came to Shantipur, then Raghunath Das, the son of Govardhan Majumdar, came and fell at the Lord's feet. After staying close to the Lord's feet for 5 to 7 days, he returned home as per the Lord's instruction. Being most distressed, he desired to go to Nilachal, means Jagannath Puri, but his mother and father did not let him go. Again, when the Lord came to Shantipur, he took permission from his mother and father and came to the feet of the Lord, praying to be free from his household bonds. Then the Lord taught him this. Hoya ghore jao, na khao batul, krome krome pailok bhava sindukul, markata vairagya na koro lok dekhaiya, jatha jogya bishay bunja anasakta hoya. Antare nishta koro bajye lok vyavahar, অচিরাত কৃষ্ণ তোমায় করিবে উদ্ধার. So Mahaprabhu telling to Raghunath Das Goswami, be patient and return home. Do not be a madman. Gradually, you will be able to cross the ocean of material existence. Do not show off to the public by becoming a monkey-like renunciate. For now, enjoy things in a proper way, but do not become attached to them. Develop determination internally, but externally behave like an ordinary man. Very soon Krishna will liberate you. This is from Chaitanya Charitamrita. Jatha jogya bishay bunja anasakta hoya. That which is necessary for your maintenance, you accept that, and without attachment. It's not mine. It belongs to Krishna. And already I explained many times this antarinishta karo bhajya lok vyavahar. Internally you have firm faith in Krishna and you worship him, but outwardly behave like other ordinary men or normal men. But I explained this we have to understand in the context where and when this was happening, and who are his father and uncle. They are Brahmins. No, not Brahmins. They were serving Brahmins. They were very rich, but they were following Varna Ashram Dharma and serving Brahmins, especially Advaita Acharya. So behave like others means to follow Varna Ashram Dharma, not like following like ordinary or normal men in Western culture do, means they're eating meat, drinking alcohol, having illicit sex, gambling, other sinful activities. Mahaprabhu did not mean this, but don't like show I am a great devotee. I have nothing to do with this world. I will just go and worship Krishna together with Mahaprabhu as a sannyasi. No, first you go home and internally you worship Krishna. Outwardly you behave like others in following this normal Varna Ashram Dharma, and you maintain yourself with honest means, but without attachment. As you know, I am of Krishna, everything belongs to Krishna, everything is for Krishna. In this way you accept all things to maintain yourself for the service of Krishna. Then, again, in the 6th chapter of the Chaitanya Charitamrita, it is written, Prabhur shiksha te teho nijo ghore jai, Markata Vairagya chari hoila bishoi pray. Bhitore Vairagya bahire kore sarva karma, Dekhiya to mata pitar anandito mon. According to the Lord's instruction, Raghunath Das returned home, and giving up his Markata Vairagya, he became almost like a materialist. But here again, materialist means that Varna Ashram Dharma. That is not pure devotion, it is like karma kand for gradual development. Materialist here means this, not that he was eating meat and drinking wine, this not. Internally, he was renounced, and externally he performed all activities of household at Varna. Seeing this, the minds of his mother and father were happy. Because mother and father, they were following that way. They had no actual understanding of pure devotion, though they were serving Brahmins, but no understanding. So when they saw that Raghunath Das Goswami just wants to renounce everything and leave house, then they became very disturbed, and they kept him in house. And they put guards and everything. So Mahaprabhu said, now it is not the time for you to renounce house. You have to stay in your home, behave normally, and internally you worship Krishna. Then when he was practicing this, parents also became happy, and they did not impose those guards and so many things on him. They were more relaxed with Raghunath Das Goswami. So Mahaprabhu told him, now, because you are not eligible and you are trying to show you are renounced, it is like Markata Vairagya, monkey renunciation. Externally it seems he's renounced, but he's not. Inside there are so many other desires. Or sometimes it is said show bottle devotee. In India, in Ayurvedic shop, in old days, they kept some bottles on the window to show to others what is available in this shop. But those bottles were empty. Nothing was inside. But bottle and sign and everything, what is the benefit, everything was there. But that is only show bottle, nothing inside. Like that, we may show, I am a great devotee, I am a great renunciate. But inside, it is not. So that is called show bottle devotees or Markata Vairagi. Another example also is written in Shastra, that Falgu Vairagya. If you go to Gaya, there is one river Falgu. On the surface, it looks like dry sand. But little if you dig then water will come out. Very little you dig. So like that, on the outside, we show I'm renounced. But inside, so many other desires. Like that Falgu river, like deceitful river or false river. Like there is no water, but immediately there is water. That is Falgu Vairagya. And another is Shmasan Vairagya. That is cremation ground Vairagya. It means someone will die. Maybe family members or someone close or friend, something, someone will die. Then they will take the body to crematorium ground. Then seeing that and observing how everything is temporary, then that person will develop some vairagya. This world is not good. Everything is temporary. Like this he will thinking, and he will get some vairagya during that time. But this will be not permanent. After some time, when going on with his life, then gradually he will forget that and he will again do as before. So this Shmasan Vairagya is temporary. Falgu Vairagya is false Vairagya. Markata Vairagya is monkey Vairagya. You are showing you are renounced, but you are not. None of them is real Vairagya or Jukta Vairagya. In relation to Choto Haridas, this is further in article, in relation to Choto Haridas, it is written in the 2nd chapter of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, 2nd chapter of Antalila. Prabhu kohe Vairagi kore prakriti sambhashan, dekite na paron ami tahar bodon, durvar indriya kore bishoy grohon, darabe prakriti kore muner api mon. The Lord said, I cannot look at the face of a renunciate who converses with women. The senses are so strong that they desire to accept the objects of the senses. Even the mind of a Muni is attracted to the wooden form of a woman. You know, there was one Choto Haridas. Choto means little or young, small one, Haridas. The Boro Haridas means Haridas Thakur. He was old, pure devotee. His life is so nice. All teachings we can get from his life. So he was Boro Haridas. Because there were two Haridasas, so they said one is big Haridas and this one was Choto Haridas. Like in our mat in Calcutta, there are two Narayans. One is Boro Narayan and one is Choto Narayan. Means big one and small one. Then you have to know. Means if someone asks about Narayan, then you have to ask which Narayan, Boro Narayan or Choto Narayan. So Choto Haridas, he took Babaji Besh, dress of a renunciate. One day Mahaprabhu was taking prasad. Then eating prasad, rice. He said, from where did this rice come? Because he knows everything. Then they told him Choto Haridas was begging. Mahaprabhu, from where he was begging? Then they told from Madhavi, from Madhavi's house. Then Mahaprabhu became silent and grave, and then he told, don't allow him in my association anymore. Then no one could understand. Then Mahaprabhu told this, I cannot see the face of a renunciate who will then intimately discuss with a woman. It is improper, because if you renounce, then you have no obligation for family, other members like this, only you will do bhajan, and you will beg your food from good people, they will give you in the knowledge that you will engage everything for the service of Krishna. Your body, for your body maintenance, you will engage in the service of Krishna, or artik, everything will go for the service of Krishna. But if someone takes a renounced dress in order to collect things from other people in the name of being renounced, but then using for sense gratification, then that he will be ruined, and also he cannot help others getting sukriti and devotion. So it is improper to do this. So Mahaprabhu told, I cannot see such a person. He's a cheater. He outwardly he shows he's renounced and collecting benefit from that dress, but he's speaking intimately with a woman. That is not proper. So one explanation was that he was speaking with Madhavi. She was a devotee. But our Srila Bharati Maharaj explained that he was begging in the house of Madhavi, but not being attracted to Madhavi because she was old. But there was some young maidservant there in that house assisting Madhavi. He was attracted to that girl, and he was speaking with her with enjoying spirit. So Mahaprabhu did not accept him anymore, and other devotees, they were pleading on his case, but Mahaprabhu was very strong. No. Why? To show that this is a serious matter, and for the future to set a standard. Mahaprabhu said that the senses are so strong that they want sense objects, like tongue wants good taste, eyes want good form, ears want good sound, YouTube music or something. So very strong. Like that, even a Muni, some sage or a wise man, he will be attracted. What to speak of seeing a woman, but even seeing a wooden statue of a woman, those senses will want to enjoy. So it is not joke or easy matter. Only we heard in Upadeshamrita, only one who conquered these 6 urges of speech, mind, anger, tongue, stomach and genitals. One who conquered this, he can control or tolerate or won over these urges by engaging himself fully in the service of Krishna. He is only eligible to leave house and become renunciate. Not just anyone. You will write your name on the paper and you will get. No. Qualification is necessary. But the thing is that in that time, it was not possible. During the Prabhupada's time, he saw it was not possible to do bhajan in some houses because of influence of foreign culture. So those devotees who wanted to worship, they had obstacles. So Prabhupada allowed them to come to the mat to engage in the service of Krishna, though he knew they have no control over senses yet. But by engaging in devotion, they will gradually be able to do. And also he gave like a brahmachari and then sannyas, but not all sannyasis are already pure devotees. That we have to know. They may be practitioners, advanced practitioners, but not all, but they are more advanced. When 2 in our mat, after taking sannyas, they gave up sannyas, then Gurudev stopped giving sannyas. Totally. And he told, I heard from his lotus lips directly in Mayapur Dham, in front of his bhajan kutir, my Gurudev told me to give sannyas only to those who are very sincere. Sincere means, in this case, what Gurudev means, has no any other desire except desire to serve Krishna. And for Diksha, he told, then my Gurudev told me I should give mantra Diksha only to those who are very serious for bhajan. Gurudev said, I gave Diksha, but then they are not practicing. They are taking Diksha only for the sake of name and fame that I am initiated by such and such Guru, but they are not practicing. So Gurudev changed his mood, seeing what is going on. So he told, my Gurudev told me to give Diksha only to those who are very serious for bhajan, and to give sannyas only to those who are very sincere. So here Mahaprabhu told, I cannot see such a person who outwardly takes the dress of a sannyas or Babaji, means Renunciate, and then he will intimately speak with women. Kudra jeev sop Markata Vairagya Korya Indriya Charaya Bule Prakriti Sambhashya. There are insignificant jivas who engage in Markata Vairagya. They wander around chatting with women. Chaitanya Charitamrita. Prabhu kohe mor bosh nohe mor mon. Prakriti Sambhashya Vairagi na kore darshan. Na kore darshan. The Lord said, my mind is not under my control. It refuses to see a renunciate who speaks with woman. Mahaprabhu said, what I can do? My mind is not under my control, and my mind does not like to see such persons, so what I can do? I cannot. I am following my mind. This is one way of expressing indirectly what you want to say. Like an excuse why I'm saying this. In all these verses, the phrase Markata Vairagi is used. It is the duty of all to inquire what is the true meaning of the phrase Markata Vairagi. Being a Markata Vairagi is a particular offense. There is no doubt about this. It is easy to understand how offensive they are, since the Lord refuses to see or touch them. The merciful Lord has descended in Kali Yuga to deliver the fallen, so all conscientious persons can understand how base and depraved such a person is, if he, means Mahaprabhu, is denying them. Mahaprabhu all merciful, but why he is so heavy with this Markata Vairagi? Conscience. One is consciousness, another is conscience. In Slovenian language we say vest. One who has conscience, like inner feeling, what is good, what is bad. And he will regret if he will do something wrong. That is conscience, vest. So all such conscientious persons can understand how base and depraved such a person is, if Mahaprabhu is denying them. Thus, those who believe in Vaishnava Dharma should be very careful to avoid the company of Markata Vairagis and be cautious of becoming Markata Vairagis themselves. It is not only those who leave their homes and take up sannyas that become Markata Vairagis. There are many amongst householders also. This was new for me. That is why I wanted to read again. Generally, we think someone took sannyas, but he's not qualified, so he's Markata Vairagi. But Bhaktivinod Thakur says in householders you will find Markata Vairagi. Therefore, there are two types of Markata Vairagis. That is to say, the householder Markata Vairagi and the non-householder Markata Vairagi. When Das Goswami was a householder, then Mahaprabhu gave advice about the householder Markata Vairagi. When giving instructions about Choto Haridas, he indicated the Markata Vairagis in the Bhikshu Ashrama, that is renounced order. Bhikshu means beggar ashram, because those who are renounced, they will have to beg for their livelihood. That is the way how they should maintain themselves, beg. So, Renunciates should not earn money, like having a job and earn money. That is not allowed for them. And for householders, it is not allowed that they will beg. Householders, they may beg for some festival if they want to make a Janmashtami or something big, but for the service of Krishna, not for their livelihood. For livelihood, they have to earn, or if they're rich family, then they will get automatically like Raghunath Das Goswami, but they cannot beg. And in our sense, they should not earn. It is prohibited for them. Begging is also one kind of false ego destroying action. If you have to go begging, it means you are like, you have to be humble to beg. Someone will say, I will earn money, I have power, I have knowledge, that is some pride is there. But for begging, you have to be humble. So not all can beg, really. But it is seen nowadays that in some places, some are Vairagis, means Renunciates, but in Western countries, they are forced to earn money by some job, because it is such culture is there and such circumstance, such that it is otherwise not possible. Because in outside India, people don't have like respect for renunciates, like monks like this, or maybe they will have for Christian monks or some other, but Hare Krishna monks, there is some bad name also like this, so they will not easily give. Also, Sai Maharaj, he saw this, so culture is different, so he made this system for those who are in mat. They should distribute books and maintain with that money, because culture is different. In India, you can get. If you're a sannyasi, you can beg, you will get. In Western, not. So our Gurudev saw, he told me personally, I saw in some places in Western countries, he was wearing brahmachari cloth in the morning in the temple, in saffron cloth. Then he put off that cloth and went to do job in normal cloth. Then in the afternoon, again, then they will come back and again put that dress. Because it is otherwise not possible to maintain. Also, I know of one sannyasi, he took one job for the time being because it was necessary. So in Western countries, due to difference of culture, it may sometimes happen. And if devotees are sincere, then that is not a problem. But if there is some Markata Vairagya involved, then that is another thing. But in India, This is not allowed, that householders will beg, renunciates will earn. This one question came here in chat. Let us first hear what Srila Bhaktivinod Thakur will say, then we will see if already he will answer this. We should now observe what are the characteristics of the Markata Vairagi amongst the householders, and what are the characteristics of the Markata Vairagi amongst those who have renounced their home. First, let us talk about the householder Markata Vairagi. It is found within the words of Sri Mahaprabhu that amongst the householders, those who are anxious to leave home unnecessarily are atyacharis, or negligent of their duties. Until the time and qualification are proper, no householder can go and join the bhikshu ashram. All those householders who feign, means like pretend or false display, feign a display of possessing a mood of renunciation, are wicked. So in householder, at least this point now he is explaining, for householder devotees, if they are not qualified to renounce, they have no control over their senses, and the time did not come, if they are very anxious to renounce house, in order to avoid some duties, some responsibilities, they think, here I have to earn, I have to maintain, I have so many things. But if I renounce, then no problem, I will roam around and everything they will give me, so no need to work. So it is very nice life. If he's thinking like this and wants to renounce, with that mentality, with that purpose in mind, that is called Markata Vairagya, and they are wicked, means wicked, bad. This is for householders, Markata Vairagya. Like Raghunath Das Goswami, he is eternally perfect associate of Radha Krishna, but here he is giving us teaching through his own example. He wanted to renounce everything, but Mahaprabhu said, no, now is not the time, and you are not qualified. So you cannot do this. First, you have to qualify yourself by remaining in house doing bhajan. Then, when the time will come and your qualification, then you can renounce. But as I told, Prabhupada took in the mat. Why? So that they could do bhajan. But that does not mean that everyone who is in the mat, all brahmacharis or all sannyasis, they are automatically already pure devotees on the highest level of renunciation. No. They are practicing. Gradually they can achieve. That is why you will find sometimes that they cannot remain as brahmacharis. Even some sannyasis will give up. So for that reason. But he saw that there is no other way. Unless they practice devotion, they can never control their senses. And in house they cannot do. So let them come to the mat and do devotion in association of devotees. Then gradually they can purify themselves and they will be able to gain control over their senses. That is a special case because of circumstance such. But generally, if in house it is possible to do bhajan, then one has to do bhajan. Then he can renounce if necessary. It is not necessary for all. I think maybe in this also it will come. Already we heard in Bhakti Aloka at this point. It is not necessary, even if someone comes to pure devotion, it is not that everyone will have to renounce. They can remain as pure devotee in household ashrams. to enjoy household affairs without attachment is the dharma of a householder Vaishnava. Just as there is a decline in one's Vaishnava qualities when one is attached to sense enjoyment, there is also a similar decline when one engages in bhoga tyag, that is, abandoning one's home or remaining at home for no reason. It is necessary for a householder to experience detachment to the objects of the senses in order to possess the qualification to leave home. So then one has to know what is household affairs, what one can enjoy. Here in Bhaktivinod Thakur, to enjoy household affairs without attachment is the dharma of a householder Vaishnava. Now again, this to enjoy household affairs does not mean drinking alcohol, eating meat, and this non-devotional. No. But what is you are earning money, then that you will offer to Krishna, that prasadam, like these things, cloth, house, what is necessary, those things you can accept, but without attachment and in favor of Krishna in this way, not anti-devotional activities. That is prohibited even in house. So if one is attached to sense enjoyment, then one will lose Vaishnava qualities. But it is same thing if someone will do this bhoga tyag, like false renunciation. Too much renunciate, not eating properly, not sleeping properly, and not working properly, roaming here and there like this, that will also make you lose Vaishnava qualities. If you are not on that level, then you should not neglect those duties which you have to do to maintain your life balanced, even if that means, once Gurudev told me, now you may do less chanting of rounds also. Then I was surprised. I never expected anything like that. Isn't it that you should always increase your rounds, chant more and more and more and more and more? Gurudev telling, you can chant less rounds. Then he explained, because you will have to go to work, job, you have to take care of your health and this thing, all these things. If you will not do this, then your life will be disbalanced, you will be disturbed. Then you cannot also do proper bhajan. Even if you renounce everything, you go one lonely place and you will chant, you will be disturbed. And in winter time, this is not Gurudev telling, but I understood by his grace what was his purpose. Like in winter time, you have no house, then you will be outside, or even you have house, but there is no money for heating system in Western countries. So how well you will be able to chant Harinam in this platform? If someone is Paramahansa Vaishnava on Transcendental Soul platform, he can tolerate heat, cold, anything, no problem for him, but not for a conditioned soul beginner. So if there is no basic necessities of life, they are not fulfilled, and for this you need money and you need to work, then you will not be able to chant Harinam without disturbance. So Gurudev said these things are necessary for you to take care of now. So don't neglect these things. Even if this means you will have to chant less rounds on Mala. He said, but while doing other things, work and everything, you can always chant Harinam, but without Mala, without counting. Always you can chant. He said, Krishna will know it, you will know it, your boss will not know it. You can do, inside you can do, always chanting. But if like, now this is not what Gurudev telling, but I understood by his grace, but if someone will act like a Markata Vairagi, he will renounce everything, because this is all Maya and only devotion, so he will chant, but he will not last long because he's not on that Paramahansa platform. He will become disturbed when his material necessities will not be met properly. But again, I'm repeating, this does not include sinful activities, only what is necessary for your maintenance in that stage. So if someone makes this false renunciation too much, then that is also wrong, and abandoning one's home or remaining at home for no reason, both are not good. It is necessary for a householder to experience detachment to the objects of the senses in order to possess the qualification to leave home. Again, as in Upadeshamrita Bhaktivinod Thakur is saying, only when one achieves control over his senses or the six urges, then he can renounce house, not before that. That is in general. But if someone is not so inclined for association with opposite sex, then he can go in the mat and worship Krishna there. He will have some problem, but gradually he can overcome that by engaging in the service of Krishna, getting higher taste, then gradually he can. But they also have problems. Those who renounce house and they go to mat and brahmachari sannyasis, I know it is not that all are pure devotee. They have also weaknesses. They have some how to say, difficulties in this, or some breakage, some breaking the rules of brahmachari ashram like this. So then it depends whether it was by accident or intentionally or sincerely they will regret all these things. But it is not that all those who are living in the mat as brahmachari sannyasis, they are automatically pure. It is not true. There are difficulties, but Prabhupada made this system so that they can engage in the service of Krishna to get higher taste. Then they can fully renounce gradually. But the general system according to Shastra is one has to practice devotion to Krishna first in household way, because you cannot just jump to that platform. External renunciation is extremely contaminating for a householder. Externally enjoying material things accordingly, that is Yukta Vairagya, and cultivating internal dispassion, means renunciation, is the dharma of a householder. So again, external renunciation means of those things which are at present moment necessary for you on your stage for maintenance. And externally enjoying material things accordingly means what is necessary for you and earning all this for the sake of doing bhajan internally. That is the dharma of a householder. It's proper. When firm renunciation is in full force, then that is the time and qualification to leave home. When firm renunciation is in full force, means you are so devoted to Krishna that you are not interested in anything except Krishna. Then this is possible to renounce house, not before that. All those householders who carry the burden of wearing kopin, that is that underwear of a renunciate, and having dreadlocks are called Markata Vairagis. If they did not reach that platform of devotion and natural detachment, then they are, even though they are wearing these signs of Vairagi, Renunciate, they are Markata Vairagi, monkey Renunciate. He who is married with a wife is a householder. Sannyas is the name given to renouncing one's wife after vowing to observe dharma and virtue. When renunciation has not completely filled the heart, one has no eligibility to follow it. In sannyas ashram. When there is such a strong attachment to Krishna Katha that there is no taste or chance to enjoy other material objects, you see, no taste or chance to enjoy other material objects, then the qualification for renunciation is born. It is from attachment to Krishna that a natural distaste for other things arises. Inner renunciation cannot come from anything else. The distrust in material things that arises through the practice of viveka, that is discrimination, and other such causes is not permanent. As I told before, that shmasan vairagya, in cremation ground you are very much detached and for some time, but then that will not permanently stay, because that is not based on higher taste, but it is only with fear or disgust with temporarity of material affairs. But no positive taste is gained. So if someone does not have better thing, then eventually he will again enjoy those things. So such vairagyas based on other causes other than higher taste in service of Krishna, they will not be permanent. They are not real. Like Vivek, these Gyanis, they will do this, or Buddhists. They will practice renunciation based on this knowledge that this is, Buddhists, they will say everything is non-eternal, always changing. So attachment means suffering. So you have to detach yourself, then you can be peaceful. And Gyanis, they will say this world is false, it is illusion. So attachment is giving you pain. Liberation is good. So based on this, they will practice Vairagya. But that is not permanent. Only when one gets higher taste in serving Krishna, he can give up other things permanently. But this passion, that is renunciation, this passion means no passion, no desire, born from bhakti, remains in the heart. According to the Dharma Shastra, those who are legally married are without sin. But not only legally married are without sin. If they follow the dharma of a legally married, then they're without sin, because there are sins also in household ashram. According to Varnashram Dharma, it is not that you just become householder, you go sign a paper, you are married, then whatever you do is no sin. It is not like that. For those who are householders, to associate with wife in a manner that is prescribed for household devotees and not doing things which is not prescribed or prohibited, then there is no sin. Not only signing paper, that is not the case. Intercaste marriages are not according to Shastra, and one does not achieve the dharma of a householder from that. Means Brahmin should marry with Brahmin. In some cases, higher male of higher caste can marry a girl of one lower caste. Like Brahmin boy can marry Kshatriya girl. But Kshatriya means one Brahmin girl cannot marry Kshatriya boy. Because man will have more power of dominance, so he must be of higher, otherwise there will be disturbance. And if there is inter-caste marriage, the problem is Brahmins, his natural mentality and duties and everything will be Brahminical. So if she is a Vaishya, then how she will assist him, or how they will do those things, because she's of different disposition. That is why, according to Shastra, that is prohibited. But you will find devotees, they can get married because they will cooperate for the service of Krishna. But still there should be some like-mindedness, otherwise there will be a problem. It is not enough only that one is a devotee and another is devotee. Also, mentality and advancement, all this should be considered. Otherwise there is problem. One will be more interested, another less, and he will pull down. Like that is not proper. So some compatibility. Our Gurudev told, if two get together for the service of Krishna, that is okay. But if getting together for sense gratification, that is not proper. So intercaste, our Gurudev also was not in favor of intercontinental marriages. Means this continent, like Indian girls marrying Western boys, or opposite, or some other, like, because though both are devotees, that is okay. But there are other differences. We are now not on Paramahansa platform. We are not liberated souls, so our nature is there. And the different mentality will be there, different climate, if one will live there. So some material disturbances will come because we are not on liberated platform. So that material disturbance will then disturb the bhajan also. That is why it is not enough only that both are devotees. That is not correct. Like here, the purpose we have to understand. Why intercaste marriages are not allowed? Because they cannot progress nicely in their own duties together. They have different inclinations. And with devotees also, it is not enough just that they are devotees. They have to be compatible in material sense also, that will not disturb. And in devotion, like same mood. If someone is following one approach of devotion and another is following another approach of devotion, then how they will cooperate? Different institutions, they have different emphasis on practice, then they will quarrel what to do. This should be done or not, or like this. So it is not, there should be compatibility. Only this part I will read. Fallen yogis, or those connected with them, cannot be called householders. Grihastha dharma, yes, is based upon varna ashram. That is Grihastha dharma. That is why before I said, it is not that just you will sign paper and then there is no sin. You can do whatever you like. If you follow varna ashram principles for householder life, being married and following accordingly what is to be done, what is to be given up, then there is no sin. And there is piety, also devotion, there is progress in such ashram. But if someone will think, okay, I will just marry, I will sign the paper, and then do unrestricted sense enjoyment, thinking there is no sin, I'm married. This is not the case. Intercourse amongst antyajas, that is outcasts, is merely a careless use of the senses to a certain extent. If householders desire to become Vaishnavas, they should be especially careful to give up Markata Vairagya. Yes, tomorrow is Nrishinga Chaturdashi, then on Thursday is also one, so many Vaishnavas and Buddha avatar like this. Then later on, when we will get time, we will further hear, still instruction here is about Markata Vairagya in household life. So one point we understood now, if someone is not eligible, but he tries to renounce giving up the duties of household ashram, then that will be Markata Vairagya, wrong. It will be not. So here in chat, I got one question, but I want to reply this after all points we hear from Srila Bhaktivinod Thakur. And here the question is, does that mean that those who are grihastas, they are also Markata Vairagis if they speak with other women other than their own wife? This I will reply in future if Krishna gives chance. But the point is, this preaching with woman was meant in this Raghunatha Choto Haridasa's case, and with improper mood. He was having enjoying mood. Our Gurudev explained, it is not possible that one sannyasi will not see a woman or speak with a woman. That is not possible. You cannot avoid it. But what is wrong is with what kind of spirit. If it is with enjoying spirit, but if it is for Harikatha, for cooperation for the service of Krishna, then that is okay. And same principle is applicable for householders, those who are married, they have their own wife. If they will speak with other ladies with wrong motive, with enjoying spirit, that is wrong. But that does not mean that he will not speak with any. There are some householder gurus also, how he will instruct other ladies in bhajan if he will not speak with them. But he's speaking with them for the service of Krishna, not for enjoyment. So this we have to understand, not only externally seeing, oh, he's speaking with woman and he's not speaking with woman, so he's renounced, he's not. It's not like that. Depends what is his target. Even you will find someone is externally not speaking with woman, but inside he has so much desire to enjoy, or mentally associating with woman, mentally enjoying, and in dreams like this. So it is not the external action, but it is the internal target for what one is speaking or not speaking. As we see in Mahaprabhu's case, when that lady, she was so eager to get darshan of Jagannath that she was blind to everything, so eager. So she just climbed on Mahaprabhu, not knowing he's a sannyasi or man or nothing. Mahaprabhu knows what is in her mind. So she climbed on Mahaprabhu. Then Govinda wanted to take her down, sevak of Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu stopped him. No, don't disturb her. Because she had no enjoying spirit. Her target was to see Jagannath with devotion. So for that reason, he stepped on Mahaprabhu, touched Mahaprabhu, not because she wants to enjoy Mahaprabhu. Oh, very nice hair, very beautiful body, let me touch. So here we see lady touching Mahaprabhu directly. Mahaprabhu is not objecting because he knows what is her target. But someone may be very like not speaking, not touching, nothing, but inside he's wanting. So that is Markata, then Vairagi. So today we have to pray to Nrsimha Bhagavan and Prahlad Maharaj, so that tomorrow they will grace us by their appearance. By their appearance we can remove all obstacles to bhajan and can get pure devotion to Krishna by Prahlad Maharaj's grace and Nrsimha Bhagavan's grace. So today we have to pray for their grace, because today is Adivas, one day before. We have to prepare ourselves for their appearance by submitting to them, by purifying our heart, by chanting. All this we have to do on Adivas. Then when next opportunity we will further hear this article.